Jack and the Beanstalk. There once lived a widow with her young son Jack. All she had was a cow, which she fondly called Milky White. She sold its milk at the marketplace to make a living. Now Jack was a pretty smart lad, but did not put his brains to good use to help his mother.
Oh, I wonder if I will live to see the day when you make an honest living, you good-for-nothing. I'm getting old. How long will I look after you?
Don't worry, Mother. I'll look after you very well.
I will die peacefully if I know you can look after yourself.
And so life went on. However, one morning when Jack's mother went out to milk the cow, she got a bad shock.
Jack! Jack!
What happened, Mother? Are you okay?
Oh, Jack, there's no milk. Milky White has no more milk to give us. Oh, what are we going to do? How are we going to manage?
Don't worry, Mother. I said I will look after you.
But what are we going to do now?
Well, though Milky White has been a loyal friend, we have to be practical now. I will take her to the marketplace and get a good price for her.
So off Jack went to sell Milky White. As he was walking, he came across a funny-looking man.
Well, lad. Where are you off to this morning?
Milky White has stopped giving milk, so I'm going to the marketplace to sell her.
This is your lucky day. Look what I have here.
They seem to be some funny-looking beans.
Oh, no. These are no ordinary beans. These are magical beans. I'll tell you what. I'll give these beans to you in exchange for your cow.
And why would I do something stupid like that?
Because, like I told you, these are magical beans. If you plant them, by morning they will have reached the sky.
Are you joking?
Not at all, my lad. Take these and see what happens.
Jack took the beans and walked home, thinking that his mother would be very pleased.
What? You gave away the cow for these stupid beans? I should have known better than to trust you to sell the cow.
Jack's mother threw the beans out of the window, but when Jack got up the next morning, he saw an amazing sight. The beans had actually grown so high that they seemed to touch the sky.
Oh my gosh, I can't believe my eyes. I wonder where this beanstalk leads to. Let me climb up and see for myself.
Jack jumped out of his window, caught hold of the stalk, and quickly clambered up. He climbed and climbed and climbed, and finally reached a wide road that led to a big castle. There was a tall and big woman standing there, and Jack went up to her.
Good morning, ma'am. Would you be so kind to give me some breakfast?
Breakfast? Boy, you better get lost or my husband will have you for breakfast. He just loves to have little boys like you on toast.
Oh, ma'am, please, I beg of you. I am really hungry.
Oh, all right. Come along.
Jack went with her to the kitchen.
Here's some bread and cheese. You can wash it down with some milk from that jug. And better make it quick before my husband the ogre comes home.
Jack started gobbling down his food, but just as he was finishing, there was a stomping sound which made the house shake. The ogre's wife quickly hid Jack in the oven, just as the huge ogre strode in with 3 calves hanging from his belt.
Here, wife, make me breakfast with a couple of these. Fee-fi-fo-fum. I smell the blood of an Englishman. Be he alive or be he dead, I'll have his bones to grind my bread.
Oh, you must be getting the smell of the boy who had it for dinner last night. That smell is still lingering in the kitchen. Go to your room. I will get your breakfast there.
As soon as the ogre went out of the room, Jack scrambled out of the oven and was about to run away, but the ogre's wife stopped him.
You better wait till he takes his snooze after breakfast. If he smells you, he might just make a meal of you for dinner.
So Jack waited for the ogre to fall asleep. When he finished his breakfast, the ogre called out to his wife.
Wife, fetch me my bag of gold coins.
The ogre's wife placed 2 big bags in front of him, and he started to count the gold coins till he fell asleep. Jack could not resist this opportunity. He quietly crept up to the ogre, picked up one of the bags of coins, and ran back to the beanstalk. He threw the bag and quickly climbed down. All the gold coins fell into his mother's garden, and when Jack reached down, he called out to his mother.
Mother, mother, look what I have here. We can sell these coins and our problems will be over.
Oh, Jack, I hope you haven't done anything wrong.
Of course not, Mother. Don't you trust your son?
Jack's mother was very happy, and she and Jack lived comfortably for some time. But soon all the gold coins were gone. Jack decided to climb the beanstalk again and once again try his luck. Early one morning, he climbed the beanstalk and went up to the road to the ogre's castle. The ogre's wife was at the door, and Jack went up to her.
Oh, ma'am, would you be kind enough to give me some breakfast? I am really starving.
Off with you, boy. The last time you came, my husband's bag of gold coins went missing.
Oh, ma'am, I'm so sorry to hear that. I hope you don't think I had anything to do with it. But I'll tell you what, you give me some breakfast and I will tell you something about that bag of gold.
I don't know if it's a good idea to believe you. Go on, have your breakfast, but make sure you are done before my husband gets back.
Jack had just finished on his breakfast when he heard the thumping steps of the ogre. Once again, the ogre's wife quickly hid him in the oven.
Ah, I'm hungry, wife. Broil these 3 oxen for me. Wait a minute. Fee-fi-fo-fum. I smell the blood of an Englishman. Be he alive or be he dead, I'll have his bones to grind my bread.
Oh, stop it. You always seem to be smelling the blood of an Englishman.
The ogre's wife convinced him again that there was no Englishman. After breakfast, the ogre called out to his wife.
Wife, bring me my hen that lays the golden eggs.
The wife went into the room and returned with a hen, which she placed on the table before her husband.
Aha, my wonderful hen, lay.
Before Jack's astonished eyes, the hen laid a beautiful golden egg. The ogre was very happy and soon began to doze off.
A hen that lays golden eggs? I have to have it. Mother and I will never want for anything ever.
Quietly, Jack crept up to the table and pounced on the hen and was off in a jiffy. But the hen got scared and cackled and woke the ogre up.
Hey, you! Stop, you thief!
But Jack was too quick for the huge ogre. Before the ogre could even get up, Jack was running down the road and then quickly scrambling down the beanstalk. As soon as he reached down, he rushed into the house and called out to his mother.
Now, why are you panting so, Jack? And where did you get this hen from?
Mother, you have to see this to believe it. Hen, lay.
Jack's mother could not believe what she was seeing.
Come on, Jack. Say lay once more and see what happens.
Jack says lay again, and the hen lays another perfect golden egg.
Oh, Jack, we will never want for anything ever again. You have proved yourself to be a good son.
And so time passed. Jack and his mother sold the golden eggs and lived a happy life. However, after some time, once again, Jack wanted to climb the beanstalk and see what he could get this time. One fine morning, he set off again, reached the same road, and made his way to the ogre's castle. But this time, he knew the ogre's wife knew that he had stolen the hen that laid the golden eggs. So he hid himself behind a bush when he neared the castle.
Ah, the ogre's wife is going out with her bucket to get water. Now is the right time to sneak into the castle.
Jack quietly entered the castle, but this time he did not hide in the oven. He went and hid himself behind a large copper pot. Soon the ogre's wife came in with a bucket of water, and after some time Jack once again felt the rumbling of the ogre's footsteps.
Fee-fi-fo-fum. I smell the blood of an Englishman. Be he alive or be he dead, I'll have his bones to grind my bread.
I don't smell anything, and I did not see anyone come in. You and your imaginary smells.
But the ogre was not convinced and started searching in the kitchen. He looked everywhere, even in the oven. Jack was terrified that at any minute the ogre would find him. But just as the ogre came towards him, his wife called out,
Now will you stop this nonsense and come have your breakfast? You won't enjoy it if it gets cold.
Oh well, though, I could have sworn I smelled the blood of any Englishman.
Jack heaved a sigh of relief when the ogre went away to have his breakfast. He had been saved just in the nick of time.
Oh boy, I better not be so foolish again. Thank God for my lucky stars, or I would be between the ogre's bread slices and he would be having a Jack sandwich.
When the ogre finished his breakfast, he called out to his wife to bring the golden harp. Oh, how beautifully the harp sang! Jack had never heard such a sweet music. As usual, the ogre soon started feeling sleepy and nodded off. Jack waited a while, then slowly crept up to the ogre and snatched the magical harp. But alas, the harp immediately stopped singing and called out,
Master! Master! Someone is stealing me!
The ogre immediately got up, and Jack tucked the harp under his arm and fled for his life. The ogre was furious and seized his heavy oak club and ran after Jack. Now Jack was so tiny compared to the ogre that his steps were no match for the ogre's giant strides. Soon the ogre was getting nearer and nearer to Jack. But Jack managed to reach the beanstalk and quickly started climbing down. The ogre also started climbing after Jack, making the beanstalk shake violently. In the meantime, Jack's mother was getting worried when she did not see him in the house, and came out to the garden to look for him. When Jack saw her far below, he called out to her,
Mother, quick! Bring the big axe from the garden shed!
Oh dear me, Jack, what is happening? And who is that huge fellow following you?
No time to explain, Mother. Just go and bring the axe quickly.
Jack's mother ran to the garden shed and came back with an axe. As Jack neared the ground, he quickly picked up the axe and started cutting down the beanstalk. When he had chopped it halfway through, the beanstalk became weak and could not bear the weight of the huge ogre, who fell down with a huge thud.
Hello? Yippee! The ogre is dead!
And so came to an end the cruel ogre and the beanstalk. Jack and his mother had all the money they wanted with the golden eggs, enjoyed the beautiful music of the golden harp, and lived happily for a long, long time.
Rumpelstiltskin.
In a faraway land, there was a beautiful wood by which ran a stream, and close to the stream was a mill. The owner of the mill lived nearby with his beautiful and clever daughter.
Oh, daughter, I am so tired of leading a poor man's life. I wish we could also be rich and have every comfort in the world.
Just then, the king of the country came passing by on a hunting trip.
The king has come to our woods. I can't believe it. I have to try and meet him. Yes, this is a fine opportunity for me to impress the king.
The miller made his way to where the king was. Bowing before the king, the miller said,
Your Majesty, I am indeed honored to meet you. Won't you please come this way? I would like you to meet my beautiful and talented daughter.
Really? What special talent does your daughter have that I would want to meet her?
Oh yes, Your Majesty, my daughter can spin gold from straw.
Now the king was a very wealthy man, but he was also greedy, and the thought of making gold from straw obviously tempted him.
Really? This I have to see. Bring your daughter to the palace this evening.
The miller went home to tell his daughter that the king wanted them to present themselves to the palace that evening, and both of them soon left for the palace. Arriving at the palace, the miller and his daughter were quickly ushered in to meet the king. The king was pleased to meet the miller and his daughter and said,
Your daughter is indeed beautiful, And now we will see how she spins straw into gold.
So saying, the king led the daughter to a room in the palace where there was a spinning wheel and a large pile of straw.
Now set to work and show us your talent. All this straw must be spun into gold by morning, if you love your life.
The daughter tried to plead with the king that it was just an empty boast that her father had made, but all in vain, as the king did not listen and locked the room and went away.
Oh, woe my fate! What has my father done? How am I going to do this impossible task?
Just then, a funny-looking old man hobbled into the room.
Now, pretty lass, why do you weep so?
Oh, sir, I must spin all this straw into gold by morning, or the king will kill me. I just don't know what to do.
If I spin this straw into gold, what will you give me?
Can you really help me, sir? Oh, I will be so grateful. Let me see. Here, I will give you my necklace.
Okay, lassie. Now stop crying and go sit down and let me work.
The funny old man sat himself at the spinning wheel.
Whir, spinning wheel. Do as you are told. All the straw in this room spin into fine gold.
What an amazing sight it was! As the miller's daughter watched in surprise, the pile of straw was soon turned into gold. The old man got up and turned to leave.
Oh, I don't know how to thank you, sir. I don't know what I would have done without your help. Here is my necklace.
At daybreak, the king came into the room, and lo and behold, the sight that met his eyes made them glitter and shine.
I can't believe what I'm seeing. Now I know you are truly talented.
However, the king's greed became even more, and he planned to have the miller's daughter spend even more gold the next day.
Tonight, my dear, you will again spin all the straw in the room to gold before sunrise. I am sure you can do it once more.
The miller's daughter again sat down in dismay, not knowing what to do, when the same old funny man appeared again.
Aha! So you have to spin more gold tonight, I see.
Oh, sir, please help me again.
And what will I get in return?
Sir, I only have this ring left. I will gladly give it to you if you help me.
All right. I shall help you again in return for the ring.
And so the old man sat down again at the spinning wheel.
Whir, spinning wheel. Do as you are told. All the straw in this room spin into fine gold.
Once again, all the straw turned into gold, and the old man picked up the ring and left. The next morning, when the king entered the room and saw the gold, he thought to himself,
She may be just a miller's daughter, but she is beautiful and can give me all the gold that I desire.
The king walked up to the miller's daughter, held her hands, and told her,
My dear, I am very impressed with your beauty and talent. Tonight you will be given even more straw to spin. And if you can turn it into gold again, you shall be my queen.
So once again, that night, the miller's daughter was locked in a room filled with straw. Soon the old man came visiting again.
Another room full of straw to spin. So what are you going to give me today to spin this into gold?
Oh, sir, I have nothing more to give you, but the king has said that if I spin all this straw into gold tonight, he will make me his queen. Then I can give you all that you desire.
The old man kept thinking for some time. and finally told the miller's daughter,
I have no desire for any wealth, but you must promise me that you will give me your firstborn child.
The miller's daughter looked at the old man in amazement, but she was so desperate and didn't know what else to do. So she made the promise to the old man. He again sat at the spinning wheel.
Whir, whir, spinning wheel, do as you are told. All the straw in this room spin into fine gold.
Next morning, the king entered the room, and his eyes shone when he saw all the gold.
My dear, as I said, I will now marry you and make you my queen. Let there be rejoicing in the kingdom to welcome the new queen.
The king and queen lived happily for many years and were blessed with a baby boy. However, by now, the queen had forgotten her promise to the funny old man who had helped her, until he came to visit her one day when she was playing with her precious child.
I hope you remember me and the promise you made to me, O queen.
The queen was shocked and dismayed on seeing the old man, and could not even think of parting with her bundle of joy, and cried and begged before the old man.
Oh, sir, please do not be so cruel. Do not take away my baby from me. I will give you anything you want. Gold, precious stones, land.
I have no use for these things.
I beg you, sir, please take pity on me. My baby is so small.
The queen's tears finally moved the old man, and he said to her,
Oh, well, well, I give you 3 days, and if in these 3 days you guess my name, you can keep your baby.
The fear of losing her child kept the queen awake all night, and she wrote down all the strange names that she had ever heard of. The next day, the old man came and asked her his name.
Is your name Benjamin? Timothy? Jeremy?
The queen said all the names that she could think of, but the old man said that was not his name.
You have tried, but what my name is, a guess you could not make. You have 2 days more, then your baby I will take.
So saying, the old man went away.
I have to somehow guess what the old man's name is. I cannot even think of giving my baby away. Oh, what shall I do?
The next day, the queen dispatched messengers across the kingdom to find out all the possible strange names. However, when the old man came, though she repeated all the names the messengers had given her, she could not guess the old man's name. She was now extremely worried and desperate. She once again sent the messengers and told them to visit the most remote corners of the kingdom to find any strange names they could. The messengers came back with no new names, but one messenger told the queen that he wished to have a word with her.
Your Majesty, I could not find any new names, but I saw a strange sight today. As I was climbing down a hill, I entered a forest, and amongst the tall trees was a small cottage. There was a fire burning outside and a strange figure dancing around it and singing. Today I brew, tomorrow I bake, and after that, the child I'll take. Never can the queen guess that Rumpelstiltskin is my name.
The queen was overjoyed and rewarded the messenger with gold and precious jewels.
Ah, now I'll see how he will take my baby, the funny old man.
The next day, all the courtiers gathered around the queen where she sat on her throne, and the nurse stood beside her with the baby in her arms when the old man arrived.
Oh, sir, I have been thinking and thinking of what your name could be. Is it Tom? Is it Jemmy?
The queen kept on saying names, and each time the old man kept shaking his head, his smile growing wider and wider.
I can't think of any more names. Wait a minute. Could your name be Rumpelstiltskin?
The old man was outraged on hearing this.
You could not have guessed my name. Some witch has told you. Some witch has told you.
So angry was he that he stamped his right foot with so much force that it sank into the floor. He forcefully pulled it out with both hands and made his way out amidst the jeering of all the courtiers. The queen was finally relieved and lived happily ever after with the king and her baby.